is July 17 and I am heading towards the inner city, and in contrast with last week's weather, although it has been 12 noon today, I can bear the heat of the sun because it is partly cloudy. You can see the clouds. It is covered with fog, and in this kind of situation wherein the weather is like this, it is most likely that when the cloud formation becomes so heavy and it will congregate, it will condense, then we are expecting a precipitation if it will not disappear. If it continue to congregate in the atmosphere, forming a very condensed cloud, then it can precipitate. So we are expecting, in all the months that had passed, we are expecting rain. Wow. So I can feel even that the temperature right now becomes balanced because 12 noon, normally at this point in time, it is very hot. It is extremely hot, and it is very difficult even to go out and bare your skin there. And to those who are in the beach right now, well, you'll really be enjoying the beach because of the fair weather today. And my eyes is not even swollen. True, it's not swollen. Not like the previous months wherein you cannot even open your eyes easily. And I can feel the breeze right now, that there is coolness in it. So I am looking forward to the time where we can enjoy. You can observe the cloud, the formation of clouds up there at Dusit Tani. I am just simply saying up there, but it is far from Dusit Tani. But with the picture that I am detecting right now, it seems that the clouds formation are actually atop the summit of Dusit Tani Hotel. You know, to those countries wherein it is having the regular pouring of rains, it is so nice to seeing them having that rain, and perhaps they are not seeing the advantage of having rains. In here in the desert, it is so seldom that we are having rain here, and to those who are growing crops, we felt the agony of the plants, especially at the time that they are struggling to grow. We understand clearly how important to have water in the vascular systems of plants like this, because there is no water, it turns dry, the leaves are dried. So it is important to have water like this right now. It should have not been dried at this stage, but right now it turns dry because there is no water. Better that this plant has already established its roots even towards the bottom of the soil, and because of that it has consumed the deposited water beneath. But to those plants having a shallow root system, the problem is they don't have access to the water. And most of our plants, since it's all vegetables, so their survival really is very minimal and is so dependent upon the supply of water, and we are seeing it as constant supply of water. Really, this time there are changes that we are observing at the atmosphere. A while ago, the cloud formation seemed to have experiencing social distancing, but this time the clouds are condensing. were congregating, and that seemed to me a tendency where there is going to be precipitation to die, and that the thickness of the clouds seemed to have the tendency of precipitation to die. And I'm happy to note that, because although I'm no longer watering my plants these days, but there are still plants that survive, like the moringa and few of the sweet potato. It survived. So like this one, since there is dripping irrigation here, you are observing that the soil is actually wet, and the plants here, since there is a regular supply of water, it continuously turned to be greenish. Yeah, we are really anticipating for the rain, because natural rain has special mineral in addition to the regular watering only. So we are anticipating that the time that it will rain, the time that there is constant pouring of rainwater. I clearly understood why desert areas like the Middle East, there is this seldom times that it rained, because the soil here, it's not actually soil but sand, and we understand that rain has its power when water congregates. You remember, because of the penetration of the water on the mountains, it causes landslides. And imagine these sands, when it is going to be penetrated with water, these sands areas will just be wiped out from earth. That is why it is so seldom that here there is raining. And also there is this constant formation of sand dunes. And I visited one time Lulu Island, and I saw there the formation of sand dunes, and imagining that there is a pouring of rainwater, constant pouring of water, so it will destroy the landscape. But one thing so remarkable, when there is constant, although it's only a gradual dripping of water, there is a formation of a healthy soil like this in comparison with the others. And then in here, having the constant supply of water, you'll be able to see that there is formation of algae and green moss, and eventually the soil become fertile and appropriate for us to plant any types of plants. For as long as there is regular supply of sunlight, of course, which is very prevailing, which prevails here, and the soil itself, and the constant supply of water, like this one. Who would have thought that this manzanitas will continue to grow? If it grow naturally, like those in the tropical places like the Philippines, who would have thought that this will grow naturally? In here in the desert, it will not grow like that. It needs to be manipulated, and it needs to have constant supply of water, like this one. This indicates, therefore, that the relationship between the soil, the water, the sunlight, and the air, together with the minerals, composed the requirements for plants to grow. Without these conditions, the plants will not thrive. or if thrived, it will thrive but malnourished. You are seeing right now bee, a single bee. It has no husband or no girlfriend at all. It is just, staying there for a while and then disappear to go its mission, to do its mission to pollinate.